This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, hi everyone. Good morning, all.
Hello,
Okay,
sir. Good morning.
good morning. Okay, okay. So day one, right? So day one, what we'll be doing here? Very first, you require an Azure account. Okay, Azure account. Okay, so this Azure account is required. Okay, Azure account is required for your daily practicals. Okay, so Azure account creation and once you create this account, I'll walk you through few details on that account. On that, and second most important things as very first you need to start your Linux. This is the base, right? Linux administration. This is the fundamental and this is the basic pillar for your DevOps and Azure. So that's the reason we require this Linux. For that purpose, first we require account creation. Second thing we require how to launch. Say create. Virtual machine. And then how to connect. Fine. Now let's go and create the account. Okay, fine. Azure account creation, how to do it, I'll show you step by step. Now, because already my account is in place, I can create one more account. So Azure.microsoft, this is the home page of that. Okay, and click on sign in. My sign in is already saved here. So the sign in is saved here. Log into your Azure portal. Fine. Log into Azure portal. So now this how you'll create it. So this is a simple account, uh, not a complex one. It's like a simple one. Azure creation. Just click on browser azure.microsoft.com. Okay. So click on this link. Once you click on this link, it will just ask you to create a free account. Okay. When you create a free account, okay, it will, when you click on this start free, okay, free account will get you start free. Okay. Once you start this free, enter your Gmail account, any of your Gmail ID you give it. Okay, it will ask you to enter a Gmail ID, and then will ask you to enter your password. Okay, enter your password, and then create an account. Create an account, click on here, it will click on create an account, solve the puzzle, they'll give you some puzzle, just solve that puzzle. Okay, likewise you'll get some identical things. Okay, some identical things will come into picture. Now check the verification. Okay, check the verification, account creation verification. Once you verify this account, right? Now the main thing comes here. To till now, what you have done is just you've just given your details. Okay, just start with free account. Okay, you just entered your user and password to log in. Okay, and then you have solved the puzzle. Then you have solved the puzzle. Fine. No. Okay, and then verification complete. Fine. Now, so enter your profile details according to the credit card or debit card. First name and last name should be according to your debit card. So here, what you need to do here is whenever you're giving your, okay, whenever you're giving your anywhere first name last name, right? So when you enter your first name last name, okay, here. So here this first name last name which you're giving, for example, you're entering all your personal details here. So in that situation, this first name, last name, or middle name should be according to any of your payment card. Okay, for example, credit card, debit card, or any other card which you have, which you're making a payment with that card name accordingly. So here it should be, for example, on my card it is like T Sagar. Okay, so I'll give being my first name is T and my last name is Sagar. So if you have three names, then give first, second, third according to the same order what your debit card credit card is. Fine. So just enter account to debit or credit card, the details, give an email id, same email id which you registered, phone number, and click on text me. You'll get a digit for verification and verify the code. Then organization student. Okay, and then you have a pan card called option. Pan card, if you get optional it is fine. If there it's a mandatory, then you have to enter your pan card. Fine. Now add the complete address, guys. Don't leave half of address, give the complete address, otherwise they'll ask you to enter the proof. Okay, now understand and click next, and then understand, click on next. Now it will take you to the card details. Automatically it will take you to card details where your name will populate here. So whatever name you give in the personal details, that name will populate, and that name is not changeable. That name is not changed. That's why I told you enter your name according to your card. Enter your name according to your card. Fine. Enter your name according to your card, and then year. Okay, year. The name, enter your card details. Okay, so enter your card details, your month, your address, etc things. And once you, okay, once you have done everything, just click on sign. Okay, once you sign up, it will generate a 4-digit OTP code. Okay, and then confirm. Okay, and confirm now. This is just a feedback. Just confirm this one purchase. So here, what it is purchasing here? It is taking your 2 rupees. Okay, just to verify whether your account is genuine or not. It is taking your 2 rupees, and then it will return back this 2 rupees after 2 hours. Return back this 2 rupees after 2 hours. Fine. So finally, you will be entering into the Azure portal. So here you have start Azure with free tier. Okay, manage some activity access students. So here we'll be starting with a free tier account with a student. So start with the free tier account. Fine. So initially we'll be starting this free tier account and we'll get something, some 15,000 will get free. 15,000 will get free for 1 month. Okay, for 1 month this is free for 15K. Again, if you want to create one more free account, it's possible to create. You should have a separate phone number, separate email ID, separate card details, and separate PAN card number. So a different person details, if you get it, you can create one more account. You can go with one more account. So this is your account creation. Fine. So follow step by step. I've given this doc. Follow, you can follow the step by step. And you can go with this. So just an account creation. Fill the power details, and your account will be created. Fine. Now, 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 how to create an account? This doc is giving us the details. Okay, how to create an account, how we make a payment. Just the payment is just for verification, nothing much. Okay, so make sure whenever you enter your personal details, give account to credit card, debit card details. Again, I'm saying this. Because when you make a payment, the payment will not identify. If you give a different name, like your something name is different, your payment card is different, it will break. Okay, it will break. So that's the reason. Make it whatever details you have, enter account to it, debit card, credit card details. Just 2 rupees will take it just for verification and revert that 2 rupees back. Okay. Hmm. Now, how to create an virtual machine? Right? Let's how to create a virtual machine. Now click on this virtual machine. Okay, there is, or you just, for you it will be a new board where you'll not get anything. Just type virtual machine. Just type virtual machine. Fine. So why? Because I just want you to create a simple machine. Don't make it complex until you learn your complete Linux. Okay, complete Linux. So just put effort in creating a basic machine so that your hands becomes free. Till now you're learning everything of graphical user. Now you're entering in the world of command line, right? So your hand should become little bit free. Fine, that's the reason. Now, virtual machine, search for virtual machines. Now click on create a virtual machine, create a virtual machine. Okay, now create a virtual machine that runs Linux or Windows. Okay, select the image for Azure Marketplace or use a customized image. That means you can create any kind of a machine like Linux, Windows, whatever flavor you want, and you can get a marketplace where you have a OS images, where you have OS images. Fine. Now, now here there's something called subscription. What is subscription? So subscription is something where your billing happens. That means a billing account. Subscription is a billing account in case you want it. Subscription is a billing account in case you want it. Okay, in case you want this one. So subscription, you can have n number of subscription accounts. Right now what you'll get is you will get something called free tier. Something you'll get here when you create an account, you get something called free tier. Free tier, that is free for you. Okay, for 1 month they'll give you 15K that 15k you can utilize as much as you want. Fine. Then after 15k you have to upgrade it. Okay, they'll get the upgrade button here. You will upgrade. I'll tell you how to upgrade it. Or you can still, if you have multiple accounts, you can go use that multiple accounts. Fine. Then second thing, subscription. Okay, what is subscription? Subscription is a billing account that we saw it. That means how many billing accounts you want, that means subscription you can keep it. Fine. And then coming to resource group, what is resource group? Resource group is a collection of resources. That means basically, for example, currently I am working for a DevOps team. Okay, so DevOps team is doing some testing, some everything etc things, right? So they will have a billing account. And then resource group, so what is this resource group? It's a collection of resources. That means, for example, I want to create some vnets, I want to create some load balancers. So all that set of work which I'm going to do as part of my resource group for your DevOps and Azure. So I'll be putting under the one resources. So resource group is kind of a container which you put under the resources, which you put under resources. So what is the best thing about this resource group is it's basically it is giving you a kind of a container where you're putting all the resources and managing that. That means you once you create that resource, you don't have to verify where are my resources. You can just go to resource group and see that there's a group called resource. There's a group which is kind of a container, and inside my container all my things are stored. So you can easily track it. When you're deleting, you can just delete the container, okay, which is a resource group. Rest everything will get deleted. Rest everything will get deleted. Fine. Now resource group is a billing. Subscription is a billing. Resource group is a kind of a group of resources. You can just create a group and put that resources there. Fine. Now, okay, okay. Virtual machine in Azure. Okay. So what is this? Now give a name for a virtual machine. Okay, this is just a naming standard which I have. So you can give a name. So this will become the name for the virtual machine. For example, I'll give this is my web server. This is one of my web server, or you say this is my production server, or you say this is my test server, or this is my DB server, right? You can give any name. I'm giving a name as web server. And then there are regions. So regions is nothing but a location. So there are in Azure there are 60 plus regions, 60 plus regions available all over the world. So Azure is available 60 plus regions. So go with any one region. Okay, I'm going with the default US East only. Then you have availability zone. So what is this availability zone? Availability zone is nothing but a data center. Okay, in simple terms, a location where all your servers, your application server, DB server, networking, etc. is kept. So it's a collection of locations. So every region will have three data centers. Every region will have three data centers. That data center, okay, contains your machines, networking devices, etc. things, right? So this will say no infrastructure right now. Why no infrastructure? Because I don't want a redundant one. I don't want a redundancy. Fine. Then availability zone. Okay, if you want to go with availability zone, virtual machine scale set means multiple machines similarly. Okay, and scale set means if you want to distribute that across multiple availability zones. Okay, that is also there. So three availability zones you can create it. In between this you can create multiple machines in case you want it, but right now I'll say no dependency because we want a single machine. Okay, we'll come back to again all these options, we'll use it. Then there is security. This standard, okay, basic level security, trusted little bit of you get advanced security, and then confidential you get a high level security, right? But all these are chargeable, all the three are chargeable, so go with standard. And now here you will find your images. Okay, if you don't get the image what you want, just click on search and find that image, right? So this is your OS image, this is your OS image where you find it. So this OS image I'm going with Red Hat 9.3, which is the latest one. Okay, you can search this one, you'll get it this images. This is your OS in simple terms. When you buy a laptop, right, empty laptop, so that empty laptop requires what? Operating system, right? Otherwise it will not start. Same way here also you require an operating system to use that particular features of your laptop, right? That is what we require it. Now size is standard V1s, which you require it. Okay, size is standard p1 is fine. This is the size. There are multiple sizes here which you require it. Okay, and then we'll be entering the password, okay, for connecting, because we basically require a username password for your account, right? We will enter. Just a moment, guys. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. I'll be back. Hmm. Come back. Sorry. Just come back. Fine. So what we gave a subscription first, which is a free trial for you. A resource group name. You can create a new resource group name. So here click on create. Okay, and give a resource group name. So here by default it took a resource group name, I believe. So if you want, you can give a name as Devops Azure. Okay, RG. Okay, Devops Azure RG. You can give a name. Okay, one name you can give it and just create this resource group. Fine, and then you give your machine name, your region where you want to create this machine, and what is the availability zone, like which all places you want to create this machine. I say right now create only in single place, and then security standard, and then images your Red Hat. I'm going with Red Hat. Fine. Now VMware architecture by default will decide, you don't need to decide it. And the size, what is the size? Say basically when you buy a laptop or phone, you decide, right? 8 core CPU, 16 GB RAM. I want a good configuration. So this is the configuration of the machine which you needed. This is the configuration of the machine. And then you have something called Azure account login. So basically, this is a machine login. Basically, when you buy a login in your laptop, you require username password, right? Same way, I'll give one as Azure user. Okay, Azure password, Azure password. Fine. So give the username password, and then now, okay. So this inbound port rules. What are these inbound port rules? Again, there is a separate concept for this. So this is like your firewall rules. Okay, these are all your firewall rules. So leave this default. Don't do anything here. Just 22 is there for default. Likewise, if you want to open application, you can use HTTP. Right now, we're not opening application. So now these are the details. So what all things we gave? We just gave a subscription, resource group, some name of the machine, okay, region, and then your image, okay, image, and then you have your size, which is your standard BS1. Keep it the simple one. We'll explain you again detail of the sizes, and then username password. Just give a username password, and firewall rule is default. Now there are a lot of options like disk is there. Click on next. So leave this disk one. This is here like a OS disk. I'll explain you again this disk management separately, your networking separately. Okay, separate concept is there. Leave this now. Don't go it well. Okay, just click on next. Leave your management. What is management? I'll tell you. Then your monitoring, and then advanced one, and then tags. Tag is nothing but a naming convention. You want to give a separate label to identify, for example, this machine belongs to your production, or this belongs to a sandbox, okay, or this example belongs to a stage. You can give a label to it, and then review. So right now what you do is just consider two things. One is basic and one is review. That's it. Just two things you take it in consideration. Don't worry about the rest of the thing. Okay, the rest of the thing I'll give you later, okay, in detail. For now, just keep your things little simple, okay, so that you can do your activity, fine. So now these are details where you have the pricing and what are the details you filled it, right? Those details are here. Those details are so those details are here, fine. So those details are here which I have entered here, okay, all those details are located, fine. Now click on create. Okay, click on create the virtual machine. Click on create the virtual machine, fine. So it will take certain time, okay. Fine. It will take certain time, so it will run this deployment process. You will go and create everything. Fine. So now your resource group is deployed. Okay, it is completely deployed. Click on go to resource. Fine. So now what you have done is you have finally created your machine. This is the machine process of creating a machine. So how to create a machine? Just before I showed you that you can create a virtual machine. So you just consider two things when you create a virtual machine. One is your basic tab. Okay, basic plus, okay, basic, and your review plus create. Okay, review plus create. This is what you have to do. Okay, this is what two things you have to do it. Okay, in details again, in detail again, this screenshot I have kept it here. Okay, how to proceed with that machine creation etc. things is here. Okay, you can review that. Now come back. Now first step was Azure account creation. We have done that one. Second thing is creating a virtual machine. We saw that how to create a virtual machine. Okay, don't worry. Again, daily this creation will be done. Daily I'll be showing you this. Okay, until your hands become smooth. Okay, in free I'll be making you this daily. Fine. So daily will be creating. Daily will be deleting. Fine. Now how to connect that virtual machine? Okay, that is there in the doc also how to create it. So how to connect that virtual machine? In simple terms, there are different ways to connect it. Okay, different ways. Very first is your cloud shell. Okay, second way is your command prompt. Okay, Windows command prompt, and third one is your putty. Okay, in case you want to go, so any one, it's not mandatory you have to go with this only. You could go with any one to connect it, just the connection, right? Doesn't matter. So now what you do is, when you machine is created, you'll see in the overview page, you'll find all the details. What is the resource group, what is the okay, what is the resource group, what is the um, operating system, okay, what is the location, okay. So all the details will be here, complete details of the machines, whatever you filled it right now, all the details are here. We'll walk you through again in detail of this machine creation, because we are just started, because we just want to do the Linux administration. So now in detail I'm not going in this machine, because we just didn't cover all the tabs. We just covered basic tab plus review and create. So now how to connect is, copy this public IP address. Every machine has a public IP address. Copy the public IP address, and just there is something called here a cloud. Okay, can you see a cloud storage, cloud shell? Just click on this cloud shell. It will open a shell down. It will open a shell down. Okay, cloud shell heading could not be mentioned. The bash. Okay, select the application and get started. You can optionally mount the storage to persist in the storage. Okay, maybe already in my location the storage account is created. Just a moment, let me check. If storage account is not there, then what is the problem with that? When you click on the virtual machine, and this will click on the web server, click on the cloud shell. Maybe some issue is going on, so it is not allowing. Okay, so leave this option for now. Okay, leave this option first one. I'll keep it pending. I'll show you this one. Some account issues going on with your Azure. Now come back to command prompt. Just same process. Copy the public IP address, and now the command here is to connect is, use your SSH Azure user at the rate public IP address. Once you enter this one, this will prompt for your password. You get prompt for your password. Just give your password. What is the password of the encrypted? Right? Prompt for the password. It'll ask you the password. Fine. So now let's go with the command prompt. Just type cmd and just open that cmd and just type ssh Azure user. What is the username you gave initially and password? Same name and okay. Yes. Okay. And give your Azure user at the rate one. Maybe I entered a wrong password. Fine. We connected finally. So this is how you connect it. So SSH Azure user at the rate IP address, public IP address. Fine. So you log into the web server, the machine name. So previously you are inside a command prompt C drive. Now inside your Azure web server. As you know, how to verify this is correct or not is host name. Okay, host name -i. Checking here. This is the command. I'll tell you again when you start your Linux command. This is the checking the host name. See the IP address 10.0.0.4. So every machine has two IP address. One is public to connect the machine, and one is a private, which is the actual IP address of the machine. Which is the actual IP address of the machine. Which is the actual IP address of the machine. Is the private IP address. So see the private 10.0.0.4. Is it the same IP address? Yes, it's the same IP address. So you connected the machine. Simple command to connect the machine. SSH Azure URL at the public IP, which is a IP address. Fine. Now, same machine in case you want to connect with the putty, just copy the public IP address. Copy the public IP address. Search for the putty. Okay, in case putty is not there in your laptop, just download it from the internet. Just say download putty for Windows 10, Windows 11. Okay, just download it. Fine. No, and then give your what is that Azure user at the rate public IP address. Fine, and just click on open. You don't need to do anything and accept it. This will prompt for the password. It's connected the machine. Fine. So if you want to increase the font, right click, change settings, appearance, change this. This is not mandatory. You have to go with putty. You can go with common font. So connection doesn't matter, guys. Connecting a machine from which okay, connecting a machine from which ways doesn't matter. It just connect the machine, right? So doesn't matter. You're gonna go with cloud shell command from or put it doesn't matter. Anywhere you can use the same thing. Okay, you can give the host name here as okay. This will also prompt for password. This is prompt for password. Just give the password. That's it. Simple way of connecting a machine. Simple way of connecting a machine. Now you can go and type what are the command you wanted here. You can type it. Okay, your machine is created. So just let's concentrate on just creating a machine. Okay, what to do inside a machine, the classes will start from tomorrow. We'll do it, so don't worry. Daily I'll be creating a machine for you. Daily I'll be creating a machine for you. In front of you I'll be deleting until you become familiar with this. Until you become familiar with this, we'll be doing this activity daily. Fine. Now imagine that your work is completed. You have connected the machine. Work is completed. Now how do you delete this machine? Okay, how do you delete this machine? Okay, connection is easy. Click on this web servers overview, copy the public IP address, and this is the command. If you're going with command prompt, go with ssh is a command. And then okay, ssh is one of the command and a protocol used for connecting the machines. Fine. And then you have a putty where you can give the Azure user at that IP address. So initially what are the name you gave for this machine, initially what are the credentials you gave for this? You can connect via the credentials. Fine. You can connect via the credentials. Now For example, imagine that your work is completed, you have done everything. So you can delete the machine from here. But deleting the machine is not sufficient alone. This machine has a lot of things. IP address is there. It has a disk management, see the primary disk, etc. things, right? So likewise, the storage is attached to it. Okay. So additional things are there available in this machine. So what you do is click on this Microsoft Azure tab, and there is something called resource group. Just search it. In case you don't get it, just search a resource group here. You'll get a resource group. Fine. Now here you have, what is the resource group name? Azure Devops Azure RG, right? This is the resource group name. This is the resource group name. They just delete this. Is copy this. Okay, click on resource group name. Delete resource group. Okay, if you see, a machine has lot of things, IP address, network group, etc. things are there, right? All things will delete it. Fine. Just apply it for now. It is deleting your resource group. That means inside a resource group there is a machine. Every machine has an IP address, and then it has some network security. It has some disk, right? Everything it will delete it now. So this is how you create a machine, delete a machine, create a machine, delete a machine. Fine. So don't worry about this. We'll be doing it regularly. Just concentrate on creating your account. Just concentrate creating your account. Okay. I'll share you this over the WhatsApp. Okay, or they will share you over the WhatsApp this account creation document. Just go through this one and create the account. Okay, just go through and create this account, and make sure in your resource group, whenever click search for resource group, whatever is created in resource group, delete it. If your network RG is there, delete the network RG also. Okay, if you're getting whatever things are getting created, delete everything in the resource group. That means you are not billing anything. That is, you are not billing anything. That means the resource group is a container, right, which contain resources. So that means it is not billing anything for you. So now it is deleting a resource group. That means deleting a machine, its IP address, and etc. things. It is deleting this. Etc. things it is deleting as per this one. Fine. No. Let it delete. Okay, it will take some time for deletion. Let it. So this is what three things you have to do it. Okay, I'll be doing this part again daily. Don't worry about this before I start the Linux command. Okay, so before I start giving you Linux commands, daily I'll be doing creating a machine in front of you. End of the day I'll be deleting in front of you, so that your hands become smooth. Okay, your hand should become smooth while doing this one. Maybe now it is taking like 5 minutes or more than 5 minutes for creating a machine. Next time it should just take 2 minutes to create a machine, because we want that level of speed for doing the task, right? So just go with the flow, go with the documentation and create, give a try today. Main thing is first create an account, guys. Go and create an account. Even if you don't create a machine, no issues. Okay, I'll teach you again how to do the machine creation, how to use that machine. I will give you again. Fine. It's just an introduction, just the account creation and machine. Tomorrow we'll speak more okay, about your Linux. Okay, so we'll do this. Okay, so here and there, what are things are required, I'll show you initially. Once you start your Azure, Microsoft Azure actual Azure classes, when you start that time in detail, I'll tell you each and every tab. I will explain you in detail. That time we'll speak more about it. Fine. This will take a longer time. Okay, this will take a longer time for deleting. So just wait for some time. Okay, take some time because there are a lot of things which got created. Right, it will delete automatically. So any questions, guys? Any queries? Any doubts? So here is a doc. Follow this doc. Okay, in detail. We'll give you. Okay, so just create your account. Okay, it's a free account. You don't need to spend any amount. Just 2 rupees it will take. It will revert back 2 rupees after some time, and it will not detect any of your amount without your permission. Without your permission, none of the account will be deleted. None of the account will be deleted. Fine. Fine. So just take your time. I'll ask Institute to share his documentation, okay, so that you can refer it and just get deleted things. Okay, just get your things started with your Azure account creation, and then just give a try for machine creation. Even if you don't get, no issues. Again, tomorrow I'll teach you again how to create a machine. Then we'll proceed with the Linux command. So daily we'll be creating a machine. Daily we'll be deleting that machine. Fine. Any questions, guys? Any queries? Any doubts?
Hi, Kevin.
Yeah.
Do we use Windows in DevOps?
No, no. It depends upon
No.
the machine which they require it, but mostly like this uh, DevOps
Why
is
don't we
more.
use Windows?
DevOps is more of like uh, that. All the open source tools are mostly on the Linux, so Linux only we mostly use it. If they have any application in Windows, then maybe they use it, but you can still use your complete DevOps in Linux. So Windows is rarely used, okay, not used everywhere. So basically, this Linux is the most. You see, like almost 90 plus percentage of the companies will be in Linux. Here and there, some old legacy system will be in Windows, but we use. So Windows is used in terms of connecting to a client location. You have something as Citrix machines. So there we make use of this Windows, but hardly everything is Linux. Real-time platform works on Linux only. Any other question, guys? Any other queries? Any other question? Okay, no worries. Just go with this doc. Create your account first. Even if you don't create a machine, no issues. Okay, give a try in case you can. If you know no issues when you don't create it. Tomorrow again, when you start the class, I'll show you that. Then we'll go for the Linux command. So first, Linux is important to learn. That is a base structure. That is a base pillars for your DevOps and Azure. So if you know that, this DevOps and Azure will go very very smoothly. So I'll be putting that effort initially, and once that is done, then we'll move on to your. Okay, move on to your DevOps, then we'll go for the Azure. Fine. So don't worry about the Azure things. I'll teach you Azure accounts in between. We'll be going with the detail things what we required. Then we'll learn in detail of Azure. Okay, Azure has a separate set of classes where we're learning in detail. Fine. For today's class, I'm keeping it short only. Okay, so that we can just cover these things. Okay, tomorrow we'll start again. Here, we'll start your Linux one. Meanwhile, I'll show you tomorrow again this how to connect, how to create a machine. Fine. Daily we'll be doing this one. Daily design. Now resource group is deleted. I have some additional resource group in the back end, right? So that is running. So for you it should be clean. Even if you get this networking, delete this networking watcher. Okay, even if you delete this one, delete the networking watcher. Maybe for me this for some other purpose it is there. So give a try. Fine. I'll walk you this portal as well again, but now keep the things simple. Just create a machine for you. Fine. Okay then. Any question, any question, any doubts, guys? No doubts. Someone's already. You can create multiple accounts. How many accounts you want to get created? Okay, we use mostly Linux only. How is the subscription defined in real time? So subscription defined real time is nothing but uh, basically subscriptions is a billing account. For example, you have multiple projects in your company. If the multiple projects are there in the company, and every project requires a separate billing. So subscription is based on billing. That's it. In simple terms, the billing. If you want a different billing accounts, then you create multiple subscriptions. That means if you want a team-wise billing, you create a team-wise subscription account. Or if you want a single billing, go and create a single subscription. So depends upon that subscription is defined. So how many billings you want, that many billings you can decide it. That is where your billing comes into picture. Fine. Okay. So keep the thing simple, guys. Just to start your journey, slowly we'll add the complexity into it. Okay. So now we don't want to like put everything in. ago. So slowly we'll putting it. Fine. So you'll get this doc. I'll give you this doc. Okay, I'll ask them to share you so that you can start getting your account. Fine. If you face any kind of issue, any doubt, you can reach out to institute. They'll call me. Okay, I'll call you. I'll give you a working session on that. Fine. Okay then, guys. Fine. Okay then. I'm taking a pause. Tomorrow same time we'll connect it. Fine. Okay. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.